Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, our host, Imperial Dane, the master of propaganda, hero of Reich, defender of the fatherland. We're here to an exciting 1v1 on Holotny Firma. Between in the west, Pugnaciouspenguin fighting for Deutschland for the Wehrmacht. Reich here for the Großdeutschland Panzerdivision with mechanized assault, blitzkrieg, and mobile defense versus Roflbang fighting for the Soviet Union. For the glory of Comrade Stalin and socialism. For the 10th Mechanized Corps here with Lend-Lease, shock rifle and gun motor. Bulletins here, a lot of guardsmen actually with heavy mortar versus infantry and mine there. And of course this could essentially give him away here to Pugnacious, and he's going to go for the guard motor. I mean, he could of course be a red herring skillfully thrown out to throw Penguin off his tail. Trail, whatever. Who knows. Anyways, no early building. Oh, actually, no, my special rifle command. Silly me. Conscripts there, though. No Stravniki, for example, which could, of course, apply a bit more pressure early on. With flamethrower in particular, they do become very potent, sort of short to medium range troops. We got an MG42 out here for Penguin, the Schweres MG42. Troops heading northwards. We're seeing a pretty standard spread there from Roflbang, heading north-south, getting a sort of grasp of the field, pushing in there, maybe sort of getting behind Penguin and causing some havoc there. At the same time, we're also knowing Penguin is spreading out now. That's a lot more risky as the Wehrmacht, in particular when you actually sort of have the MG42s operating on the far own flank there, with nothing to screen for it, nothing to cover it. I mean, this is a very risky move there by Penguin, though it seems like he's sort of moving up to support the Pioneers. That makes more sense. The Pioneers for the long line of sight there does work well there with an MG42, so a bit more sensible there play from Penguin, a bit more sensible. And there we go, actually. Sergei is sticking his fat head out a bit too far. They could, no, looks like the centre of the fire is actually landing here in the where the cover is, interestingly enough, so that could actually end up working perhaps up to the branch of the conscripts so they cannot last long enough. And we're seeing an early sniper from Penguin, very early sniper there. Roflbang has yet to utilize his special rifle command, which rather begs the question why they didn't build one so quickly, which could have gotten maybe some other units up there, but oh well. But a sniper there says to sort of bleed out Roflbang within the first opening minutes. We also got an MG42 here, not bad. Pine's going for the fuel. Afterwards, he could consider laying down some barbed wire to sort of make it harder for the Russians to rush the MG42 in the building. That could make it a much more nasty position there for Roflbang, which certainly maybe sort of deter him from heading northwards there more. And the nearest dispatch there with haste by Feld, Webel, Rudolf and his grenadiers. Come on, men. We've got to take territory. Schnell before more Ivans come. Ah, see there. That's what I'm talking about. And go Conscripts Grenadiers. They're quickly within range of the Grenadiers, so they should probably have a pretty good chance that they weren't able to do too much damage. The Grenadiers, and there we go. We've got more Conscripts moving up there, so this is quickly going to not work out for Penguin. I mean, it's enough. You might be able to render the point neutral, so that's going to be at least a small gain there for Penguin, but overall it's not going to stall the Soviet war machine for long. Sandbags here, but I sort of cover from there. Not bad, not bad. And boom, hit there. And still nothing here from the Special Rifle Command. No scout cars, no snipers, no penal troops. Sandbags disrupted here by the workings of Lieutenant Eberhard. With his scope G43, Pioneers there repulsed bloodily by the conscripts up north. And back in the base, nothing's really happening here for Penguin. 2 Grenadiers, 1 Pioneer, 1 MG42, 1 Sniper. Eine Scharfschütze. Conscripts rallying in, filled with pride for the motherland. There we go. Oh dear, Penguin there might have pushed this lot a bit too far, and the Sniper's paying the price. There we go. Lieutenant Eberhard is no more. The son of a shoemaker from Puttgarden. He had hoped to become something greater. Instead, he became mulch. Sandbags going down there. Constantly move up. They've got another MG42 away for Penguin, so they'll make up for that. That should certainly help him control the map, which is not bad at all. Could also be used to apply more offensive pressure behind infantry. So overall, that's going to be giving some nice early combo there. Though, of course, the loss of the sniper will give Roflbang a bit of an advantage, but again, nothing so far for the Special Rifle Command. I do think it's been a miss. There you go, more Sandbag, and he's sort of preparing to hold advantageous ground, and again, I mean, in this case, there's some heavy cover sort of supposed to sit up behind, but even then, there's otherwise no heavy cover there, so creating some, it's definitely going to give a bit more, ground. Engineers are ultimately suppressed. Grenadiers, Pioneers moving up there, small assault force to dislodge the engineers, and Grenadiers are fighting onwards. Shooting of jetzt verdammte Kommunisten with their K-90Ks. the Germans who basically sort of kept fighting with that one for pretty much all the war, basically because before that they decided in terms of German infantry that the MG was where to place their focus, so the rifle was basically allowed to be what it was. The Russians, by the way, didn't stick with the Mosin gun out of choice. Their doctrine was similar to the Americans. They focused on rifles. The problem was, of course, the Soviets couldn't quite, mass produce the Mosin gun in sufficient numbers, which basically meant they largely fought with outdated rifles, well, older rifles and older machine guns. Those sort of, certain parts for all the way sort of come with a slightly better machine gun around 1943, the Sokolov. Then the Maxim still saw prominent uses because that's what they had the most of.
The sector is at risk.
Sokolov. What's that actually the name of the mount that is the small wheels that the machine gun operated on? Anyways, going there for the cut-off. Boldly there by Penguin, acting his MG42. He is being very confident there, very confident against Roflbang. They get away with it. I mean, this could easily have backfired on him. And there we go. Guards motor, heavy mortar called up here for Roflbang, the 120mm mortar, by the way, not the heaviest mortar the Soviets had in the war. They had also the 160mm, which saw service in 1944. It was so big they actually had sort of breech loading, so the usual sort of just stuff it in from the top of the tube. Little fun fact there, little fun fact, certainly not what you hear so much about. For Penguin, we're not seeing so much there. He has taken up though, good, good. Like to make a nice company, could have him out here, no doctrine from him though. Penguin really keeping up murderous pressure there versus Roflbang, who was clearly not quite expecting this kind of aggressive attitude. I mean, some Mammoth players, of course, don't go for that many machine guns as of late, and they also tend to either you go a lot of infantry or play more defensively. So with heavy machine guns, you can sort of maintain a more aggressive map control stance. Though, of course, if it gets pushed back or loses an MD42, it's going to be bad. But right here, he's keeping Roflbang under some severe pressure, really keeping him contained. Of course, Christian Arm can maintain this, in particular with the Soviet heavy mortar they're joining in, which already gotten a kill there. Heavy mortar firing leaning in there, constantly flanking for the north. He's got anti-tank grenades but no Molotovs. There you go, MD42 crew flanked. Quick kill there, and so fun fact again, heavy machine gun crews were actually much larger than that. I mean, again, 6 to 8 man actually. Though, of course, as the war progressed, they sort of began drawing away units, men from these sort of units, actually sort of making them, well, probably actually close to 4 man. Of course, in paper they were supposed to be bigger, but they still had enough troops for the front line squads. Little fun fact there again, little fun fact in terms of organisation and what actually happens in war. I mean, for example, both Germans and Soviets, whereas the war went on, basically suffering from large manpower shortages, and that, so had to somehow make up with it. Which, for example, with the Russians operating with units that were supposed to be several thousand strong, but maybe were only half of that. Germans certainly also had to deal with that, and certainly also to a certain extent had the same issues. So, fun little details there, fun little details there. And again, it's not necessarily one of the things to hear too much about, but anyways, comes to the Russian straight to the Grenadiers, 3 man, taking losses there. Yuri fell first in the face-off against the light machine gun there. Boris follows them onwards. The Grenadiers will have to fall back there. They are simply outnumbered here by the angry Russians. And even a light machine gun there can't make up for that. Like to make a nice company, but nothing there, and he's in fact going straight onwards. In fact, probably only went for a pack 4 to actually go for tier 3. Now this has been interesting. I mean, as of late, I haven't seen a lot of Wehrmacht players have to go for quick tier 3. I mean, sure, the overall cost has increased, but the fact is, it's not by a lot. Of course, in that sense, there's some interesting psychology there. I mean, in the small cost increase, apparently, causes some players to completely drop it out of their minds. Despite, in the end, I think it only be 10 fuel. I mean, there's not exactly a huge reason for it, but again, for some players, just in a slight change, they can, change their attitude a lot. A lot. Right here, Pugnaciouspenguin obviously not really touched to care about that. Russia straight on to tier 3. And of course, in that sense, that's probably in response to the meta game again, where Soviets and Wehrmacht, the Wehrmacht tends to be later to get armor up, Russians tend to be faster. Penguin, having not on that, tried to route his own armor to maybe counter some Soviet light armor. So in that sense, that's good. That's good. That is clever thinking there by Mr. Penguin, if that is very much the case. Of course, he just wants to be different, in which case, I mean, when it comes back to getting out some Panzers or Stuks, I'm not going to complain. But there you go, Gardening pinned down there, subscribe. Subscribe, pressed. Good add into Incendiary rounds here for increased damage, bleeding up further, but of course also increasing experience gain for the MB42, making more veteran faster. No case for that though. Nothing here going on Roflbang, though he's pushing back though now against Penguin. Despite that rather nasty pin there, he's sort of pushing back, going for the fuel point, cutting off resources here and there, though Penguin's getting a lot of resource there. And of course that can also further fuel his push there for tier 3. So I mean, sharp thinking there for Penguin. He's one of those players who clearly isn't just going, I have a great advantage in terms of resources. I shall use this to absolutely piss it away and go for the heavy tanks instead of rushing out some medium armor faster to assess the situation. So sharp thinking there from Penguin. Sharp thinking so far anyways. I mean, this all could always be, ends up somehow mucking it up. But the double MD42s is also helping a bit more, holding territory and also bleeding out his opponents without necessarily suffering too much in the process. Interesting enough also, Roflbang hasn't moved his hay mortar too far ahead to support his frontline units, which rather means, it's about a 340 manpower, which is inert, that is doing nothing, which is might as well be 340 manpower, which is floating alongside the 600 manpower he's already got there. I mean, one option could be, considering he's lost a few points there, get some fuel caches up. I mean, in that sense, fuel caches are a good way to try and minimise, the difference there might be, if your opponent sort of had a good push there. So I definitely think you should consider that, try and get up some more fuel, in particular actually thinking about aiming for the T-3045s. You should also try and aim for some armor soon, because already here, Penguins get the support armor core up, which, again, seeing the last few weeks, is actually a bit rarer that the Wehrmacht players actually getting up the armor core first before the Russians getting up the tank return command. So in that sense, again, it's only about 11 to 12 minutes, which again shows, if you're doing your job well as the Wehrmacht, you're not necessarily going to be that far behind. Of course, the Russians could also try and counter with field guns, so Station 6 sort of clear the bay, but, you still got Panzers and Stuks on the field. Or an Ostwind. And there you go. Despite, the advantage that Penguin had, he's actually the one building a fuel cache there. Roflbang continues to float manpower, a bit disconcerting, but he is pushing back, he's getting territory. He is, telling Penguin to go back to Berlin. Tank by tank coming up, slowly, surely. Grenadiers advancing there. Light machine gun in hand, the reconnaissance ahead of the rest of the force. MD42 with the Pioneers there, clearing the way. Nice little combined arms mess. There we go, heavy mortar though. He finally moved ahead there, good, good. Going for the cut-off. MD42 dealing with the infantry, and sending around would still be a good choice really. There's some time off before we get the Panzer IV, but even then, 13 to 14 minutes, not exactly a bad timing for a Panzer IV. He could go for a Stuk faster than that if he wanted. He can then go for 2 Stuks, which overall works quite well versus armor, but also performs admirably versus infantry once they've upgraded with machine guns. Or he could of course go for a flat Panzer. I mean, there's really several options there for Penguin to consider. For Roflbang, of course, from our perspective, the SN6 is going to be the better choice. Of course, you could still go for the other ones, but a Panzer IV is going to lock that down pretty fast. Still, Roflbang is keeping up. He's attacking, counter-attacking, doing best to ensure that Penguin isn't having an easy time of it. Roflbang is going off there, constantly taking losses, engineers flanking in. Molotovs really would have helped him out though. Could have done some damage, denied cover to Penguin several times.
Supply lines have been cut.
Interesting enough, again, he's got the tank return command. He's thinking about, going for something bigger, or I'm not entirely sure what's going on here in Roflbang's head. I mean, he's so far built 2 buildings and not really made any use of it. I mean, I suppose you could do this if you just want to quickly move up, but even then, Roflbang wasn't exactly quickly moving up either. I mean, he would actually had a T-70 up sooner than this, but for some reason it quite appeared. Instead, he's going down with the T-70 at the same time as his opponent has a Panzer IV, which is usually a point, you might want to consider you might have been a bit too slow. I mean, if you are the Soviets, your opponent's done alright going for both fuel points. A T-70 is not the right thing to get, I'd argue. SN6 is probably going to be the wiser choice here. Of course, from my perspective, from this, it shouldn't be something that's going to be too difficult for Roflbang to deduce. I mean, he doesn't need to be Sherlock Holmes to figure out, that a T-70 is perhaps not the most optimal choice. But of course, he might be hoping he can sort of avoid any armour there from the Germans. Of course, he might, of course, due to the meta, how it's been sort of been as of late, you know, think, well, it's not like he could actually go for a tank. That would be absolutely silly. They usually wait till about the 20 to 30 mark and just spam infantry, or maybe try to wait for a Tiger. T-70 should be able to do plenty. I mean, again, that has certainly been seen before and certainly done some quite serious damage, but, you know, Penguin's clearly not of that silly breed of damage player. Whoa, excellent hit there on the conscripts. Almost annihilating them entirely. Pinline machine gun going up. T-70 striking the south. Damage engine needs to get away here. Should, of course, be aware now there's a Panther 4 up, but he actually is getting it thicker into the fighting here, ensuring there's no way back. Do not worry, comrades, you shall die as heroes, and it is a sacrifice that I, Roflbang, is more than willing to make. But I'm sure the T-70 crew probably doesn't quite view it like that. And now he's going for the tank or the mechanized armor company. He's still flying a lot of manpower. Fuel caches really would have helped him here. Fuel caches really would have done him good earlier on. Again, he's still floating quite a bit of manpower. I'm not entirely sure what's causing Roflbang to float that much manpower. And again, he's clearly aiming for heavy armor or for T-3045s. Again, fuel caches would really do him a huge favour, though he's still controlling both fuel points. Still, be good thinking. Anyway, it's time here for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is Roflbang sort of successfully managed to push back Penguin, but of course, he's made a few sort of tactical misdecisions. He might have miscalculated, and Penguin's about to take him to town for that. He's got a Panzer IV up. He's already done quite a bit of damage there. Almost got a unit. Got his T-70. He's got infantry, machine guns, Pack 40s. Got a sort of decent little force here. I mean, Roflbang's got plenty of infantry, guardsmen and such, but, you know, he's lacking someone to really threaten the Panzer IV, and he's not really done anything to prepare. He's not really been thinking ahead in this case. Again, he had all manpower. He didn't try to, you know, work it into more fuel or something else. He's also got quite a bit of munitions, which could have been utilised like mines, you know, done some damage. Or demo charge would also been quite an excellent option there for blowing apart some of Pugnaciouspenguin's infantry squads. And again, caused huge attrition, slowed him down, and again, given Roflbang more time to, you know, build up some more armour. So the situation here for Roflbang is going to be pretty risky. Fuel caches would still be good, I think, around here, a bit out of the way. Would be a very good choice. And he might have to get an SN6 in the first place, just to keep the Panzer IV a bit honest, threaten a bit, ensuring he can't just rush at it freely, and also cover his own attacks. But otherwise, you build up fuel, quickly go for a T-35, maybe an Issue-5 afterwards, and then wait, you know, try to sort of push back against Penguin a bit more seriously. But right now, he's in a precarious situation. His opponent's got a Panzer IV, and he's not got anything that can really stop it, short of Penguin, you know, suffering a heart attack, or his little brother taking over. That's ever got some problems there. But Penguin, you know, he's sort of, you know, had some trouble, but he's really getting back to this. Panzer IV was basically the spearhead of his return here to the fight. He needs to keep it properly supported. Don't make any silly decisions while using it. Strike in the infantry, bleed it out, deal with any armour, and, you know, might consider supporting either a Duke or a Panther IV. Or suppose he could be bolder here and try and go for some, say, heavier stuff, like maybe a Tiger. And with the Panther IV, at least, you know, he can this time actually get away with it. Plus, he's got a fuel catch, which also, you know, certainly backs up play for heavier armour, as long as, you know, keep the fuel points controlled. Maybe machine guns to cover up would be good, or maybe a bunker. I mean, he's got munitions, so mines, bunkers would also be a good choice there for Penguin right now. A few Panzer guns to sort of add more offensive element versus the enemy infantry would also be a good choice there for Penguin. But overall, no, he's got the advantage. He's got the Panzer IV out. His opponent has nothing to really stop it. So let's return to the fight and see how this actually evolves. What will Roflbang try to throw in its way to sort of, you know, derail it and blow it apart? By the way, throwing Dimitri at it is not going to work. Shit. Guardsmen there forced away, counter there also, heavy losses on both sides, no real winner of that contest. Though there quickly more men there from Roflbang to sort of push forwards. Panzer IV could do with some light repairs there from Pioniere. Going for the southern point here again, he's got prepared sandbags all the way. Good, good. It's now to see him making good use of sandbags at the very least. Mr. Roflbang. Troops reinforcing, healing up. You should be able to get a T-3045 in about, oh, I don't know, 2 to 3 minutes if you can sort of maintain map control. Of course, it gets up fuel caches, you can speed it up a bit. Down in the Panzer IV, but again, he's got nothing to actually sort of really threaten it without necessarily suffering a lot of losses, because he'd still be rushing infantry at the Panzer IV. So we'll have to see here what Roflbang does. Grenadiers moving up there versus the Guardsmen. We do have DPs. We've got grenadiers going off there. Good, good. Whoa, almost got the Grenadiers entirely annihilated. We've got Panzer Grenadier, Pugnaciouspenguin. And the Grenadiers got wiped out. Now that's actually going to hurt Penguin. That could slow him down. We've got the infantry moving up support. Veterans in 2. Immortals look like 4. Oh, we actually got a fuel cache up. Good, good. Another one, though, would do him good further. But still, it's nice actually went for a fuel cache. And of course, shame on me for not having noticed earlier. And perhaps, even, said some less than nice things about him because of that. So, shame on me. And it's actually gone for support companies. It's actually built all his buildings, which of course is nice, but at further also days is T-30-35. So, bit of a double-edged sword there. By the way, those getting field guns, he's got the manpower for that, so 2 field guns right now could work out. Pat Poplar's getting veteran to 1, getting a kill there. Pioneers are about to get utterly slaughtered. Oberleutnant Eckstein continues to fire away for the fast land. And comes over to the Panzers and the Grenadiers. Not a good engagement here. Looks like Roflbang's not quite paying attention. He was. Could be too late there. The men already low on health. And the Germans are certainly sharp on the trigger. We might be able to get the MD-42. That would be quite a coup there for Roflbang. No, gets away, just barely. Fritz gets away there with some severe burns, but he's still breathing. For now. Another devastating hit from the conscripts. They're a bit too close to the cover, a bit too bunched up in these narrow confines. The Panzer IV, they got off a killer shot there, leaving many Russian men dead. He could actually use the field gun here to bombard him. He's got plenty of munitions, a quick bomb, but could do a lot of damage. They're big barrage firing away there. That mortar round did absolutely nothing. But now we got Penguin really turning up the pressure. He's got the field gun up, but of course he can't really cover everything. Incendiary rounds here from Penguin. Good, good. Closing a bit too free. We got finally barraging there. Was that the heavy mortar? That was the heavy mortar. Not even a single barrage there from the field gun, it seems. A bit disappointed. And all of a sudden he's lost the fuel cache. He's also lost tempo. He's not quite getting as much fuel. And again, to the support weapon company, of course, he's not going to get the T-35 soon. Penguin on the hand's getting 39 fuel per minute. He's got both fuel points, fuel cache. He's rolling ahead then. Certainly sounds like he's aiming for the target, in which case he can easily get it out. Plus, he's getting close there to a eventually 2 Panzer IV, in which case, he's going to be with a very strong hand against Roflbang. Concentrating ahead there. Rushing in, Panzer IV moving from the north. And going to be pushed away. Guardsman's cover shattered by the Panzer IV. Field gun is not moving into support here. He's getting another field gun. Good, good. He could also throw in an SG-76 if he wanted. Or he could try and aim for a T-34-76 right now. Maybe an intermediate solution could just sort of help a bit there versus the Panzer IV and the infantry. Though, of course, versus the Tiger. That's definitely starting to look like it's very much inbound. Of course, it won't do nearly quite as much.
The T-gun is ready for combat.
Red Army, at your service.
Reinforcements complete. Anti-tank rifle ready.
Panzer IV striking in there.
We are losing the sector.
Field gun still not moving, despite knowing where the Panzer IV is. He actually moves his conscripts further away from any kind of safety, giving Penguin an even better chance of actually wiping them off the face of this earth. Perhaps not the most tactically sound decision.
Waiting for your command.
Oh, push here. And you two with 2 grenadiers with light machine guns. Point up there grabbed. And the four moving ahead. Nothing further from Penguin. He's just for a moment away from getting that Tiger tank out. Also, a fun fact about the CoH2 Deutschland, they actually started out as an elite infantry division at the start of the war, actually before it. And then sort of rolled into a Panzer division until it finally became a Panzer division and then a Panzer Corps. So, fun little facts there, fun little facts there. Certainly had a bit of a story there. That's they're holding off the Russians with their assault rifles. Just keep shooting lighter. You'll hit eventually. We've got more bullets than Sam with these assault rifles. See, Sturmgewehr. Ah! Schätze Gott, Dieter! Halfway to victory 2. He's clearly playing for the T-35s at this point, it seems. He could, of course, go for initiative 5. His field guns are still rather close together, which again, it creates a no-go zone here, but it also concedes most of the map to Penguin. So it's a bit risky then, particularly if, say, Penguin were to go for a Tiger right now. He could have gone for Doctrine earlier, but, you know, I suppose there's no reason for it if he doesn't want to. Telemine's there, good. I mean, even with all of these, he's still preparing, you know, just in case he gets hit with something. He's quite prepared for it to actually get mine up. So in that regard, you know, sharp thinking there from Penguin, foresight, and also respect for his opponent. In fact, we got more Telemines up there. I mean, this is definitely clearly a player who is not taking his opponent lightly like others would do, you know, not prepared at all, leaving an opening there. But Penguin is thorough. He leaves no opening for his opponent, no chances. Victory will be his und Deutschland's. Punch swing hit there, Panzer IV firing away. MD4 to the pushback, but we got another one covering the centre. He can get the T-35s now. He should do it then. He should do it. Come on, Roflbang. You waited for this. Bled for this. You make mistakes for this. Get out that T-35. Panzer IV getting taken quite a few hits from the field guns. This is 3s. Come on, Roflbang. Get that T-35 out. Or get an S-35 out. Just get something out. And Penguin, despite having the reach for the Tiger, isn't going for it. What is going on with these two players? Is there some kind of mind game going on between these two players? A game of armoured chicken? In which case, Roflbang has already lost. There you go, Tiger out. He's still not getting in his T-35 fight. No, S-35. We got the Tiger there out. Need to provide some heavy support there for Penguin in this fight against socialism. Pinned one machine gun on the way there. Good, good. There's a need to fall back. Fun fact about the Tiger, he was actually surprisingly nimble despite looking like a big heavy tank. He actually turned on the spot 180 degrees in a matter of seconds, actually making it very sort of quick to turn around and quick to react to different threats. Not one of the things actually about, and I don't believe we also had more or less the same speed as the Sherman, making the Tiger also, well, surprisingly fast.
We are losing a sector.
I do believe it also handled rough terrain better than the Sherman, though actually that was something the American tanks generally weren't good at. They didn't handle rough terrain or sort of higher climbs very well compared to, say, German tanks. Little fun fact there. He's finally getting the T-35, though I have to say it's rather belated. Rather belated. Of course, we have a Tiger and a Panzer IV there, which is severely close to victory too. Counter there. Another victory for our crew. Yeah, great victory. Infantry dead. Didn't stand a chance. Maybe we should offer them a chance to surrender. Nah. There's some fun facts there. And there you go, T-35 heading up there northwards for Roflbang. Main gun ready and sighted for the motherland. Force-wise, they're actually close to each other. I mean, he's got plenty of field guns, but Penguin certainly got the armor advantage here. Though, of course, Roflbang could actually quickly support with the T-35 if he wanted, or an S-6. I think the S-6 here would be a better choice, in which case he'd actually be able to mount a lot of fire there, burst the Panzer IV and the Tiger, and that could actually work out there if Roflbang realises, of course, makes good use of it. Large minefield here, while the S mines also here. Plus a bunker. Again, we're seeing some really thorough play there from Penguin. Again, he's not taking this lightly. He, despite having Tigers, despite having Panzer Force, Panzer Gunners, and all that, he's still preparing. He's still thinking ahead there. I mean, that is definitely some good stuff there. T-Fed followed with a damaged engine. Panzer forming in. Tiger Run got a field gun, but the only one still not arriving. He's got nothing to support the T-Fed 5. That's going to get knocked out. Faster than an Italian tank in North Africa. And he's about to get wiped out. There's shots bouncing off the thick side armour of the Tiger, which I do believe was about 80mm. That is the same as the frontal armour of the Panzer IV. The Tiger was a heavily armoured beast. For its time, anyways. Panzer striking southwards. Germany. Maximum cleared out. Things are starting to look a bit more grim here for Roflbang. His lack of support for the T-35 there was a perhaps critical mistake there. Now we got an Osprey on the way for Penguin, though. I mean, he's really got a Tiger, he's got a Panzer IV out. The Osprey is just basically going to be, you know, the cherry on top here. What's basically going to be a infantry murder convoy at this stage, because again, I mean, his field guns are scattered out. There's no way he can reveal unless, of course, Penguin offers them up as a static target. Nonetheless, there's no way that field gun's going to have any serious chance of dealing with the armour. Who just decides to rush the guns. And even here we've got one field gun exposed. We've got guards coming up, Constance moving in, but I mean, at this point, we're seeing a massive assault here from Penguin, hitting every point possible with armour, with infantry, machine guns. Points exposed there. There's no real overlapping field to fire there from Roflbang. There's no way you can actually support them compared to how Penguins can actually support each other during the attack. And throwing the flak panzer, this is quickly turning into disaster here for Roflbang. I'm surprised he's just been hitting the Tiger and wiping out that field gun. Though the heavy mortar will certainly pay the price for its sins of harming German infantrymen. Funny version of the controls there, virtually defeat as well. Yeah. 200 points left versus 107. Darth being shelled here by the flak panzer. And there you go, Roflbang surrenders, his spirit broken like his men before him. So there you go, GG. Roflbang here, I think, made some critical mistakes several times, slowing resources, not building fuel caches, not getting armour up soon enough, and I definitely think that T-70 over 76 there was also a greater mistake. Had he not done those, I think he had a much better chance of actually threatening and maybe even defeating Penguin. Sadly, that did not come ahead, and yes, on the other hand, we also hear Penguin actually playing a very solid game, very sharp, no chances taken, can't respect his opponent, mind prepared, defense prepared. He was not allowing for any sort of, you know, small things that sort of happen and throw him completely off there. So that's some overall solid play there. Good armor rush, really refreshing to see that. I mean, we used to see some there from the Wehrmacht some time ago from the last patch, but that just seemed to have dried up. But it looks like Penguin might be bringing it back into the game, which is great. Nice to see there. So overall, well played there, Penguin. 2 thumbs up. So I hope you enjoyed this map. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gave you ideas from matches. If it did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send me some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Dane. Thank you all for watching and hope to see you all tomorrow. Bye.